All right, today we're going to try and untangle the history of one of Marvel's most powerful, and let's be honest, most confusing cosmic beings ever, the Beyonder.
So let's just dive right in with the big one. A question that comic fans have been debating for decades. Is it Galactus, the Living Tribunal, or someone else entirely?
Well, for a little while, back in 1984, Marvel actually gave us a pretty clear and frankly kind of terrifying answer. A brand new character just showed up on the scene and made every other cosmic entity we'd ever seen look tiny.
And that character was the Beyonder. He came from a place called the Beyond Realm, which is a dimension completely outside the regular Marvel multiverse. See, he wasn't just another player in the cosmic game, he was the game.
To really wrap our heads around the sheer, almost ridiculous scale of his power, we've got to go all the way back to his first appearance.
In his big debut, the Beyonder basically treated the entire Marvel Universe like it was his personal science lab. He was creating planets and whole galaxies just on a whim. He swatted Galactus away like a bug. He was essentially a curious god just watching humanity. His power wasn't just huge. For all intents and purposes, it was absolute.
But here's the thing. He was introduced as the be-all and end-all, but his story took a really sharp turn. So what happened? To figure that out, we need to talk about a key tool that comic book writers use all the time.
And this is where our cosmic mystery takes its first huge twist. It's where the Beyonder's simple, terrifying power starts to get, well, incredibly complicated.
A retcon is basically when writers go back and change the past to fit a new story. And the Beyonder, he might just be the poster child for this. His history is absolutely littered with retcons, and each one chipped away at that original, untouchable status he started with.
Now, what's so wild about this is how each one of these changes completely redefined who and what the Beyonder was. He went from being this unique, singular god to something totally different, over and over again. Let's break him down.
You see, every single one of these new origin stories basically served to knock him down a peg. Instead of being the ultimate god from some realm beyond our own, he was suddenly just another part of the cosmic hierarchy. Whether that meant he was a piece of a cosmic cube, a genetic anomaly, or just a kid from a powerful alien race.
So, how in the world do we compare all these different versions? It really all comes down to that one simple question that fans have been asking ever since: how powerful is he, really?
And the difference is staggering. I mean, he went from being the god of his own existence, an entity that literally had no creator, to just another powerful player in Marvel's cosmic game. A very powerful player, sure, but still just a player. It's a massive shift from being a supreme being to a powerful but limited one.
Now, this probably sounds like a total contradiction, right? How can you have infinite power and still be weaker than someone else? How can you be less than infinite? Well, the comics actually offer a pretty fascinating, almost mathematical explanation for this.
And this quote just nails it. It brilliantly brings up the concept of transfinite numbers, which is a real idea that some infinities are bigger than other infinities. So the original Beyonder, yeah, he was a level of infinity. But the wider Marvel cosmos, as it got written later, had beings like the Celestials who were orders of magnitude greater. His infinity just wasn't the biggest one on the block.
Okay, so this brings us to the final act of our mystery. We've got to place the Beyonder, in any of his forms, against the ultimate benchmark for power in the entire Marvel multiverse.
So, the one above all is exactly what the name implies. He is the absolute, unquestionable supreme being. He isn't just a character. A lot of the time, he's the metaphorical creator of the entire fictional reality, sometimes literally showing up as the comic book artists and writers themselves.
So here it is, the ultimate power scaling debate. You've got the unstoppable force from outside versus the immovable creator from within. And you know, for that original pre-retcon Beyonder, you could actually make a case. Some fans argue he was the one above all of his own existence, which was said to be way, way bigger than the Marvel multiverse. But even if the pre-retcon Beyonder was the supreme being in his own Beyond realm, the moment he stepped into the Marvel multiverse, he was playing in someone else's sandbox. And in that sandbox, there is only one true final authority.
It's really as simple as this. The one above all is the creator of the very multiverse the Beyonder entered. So any power the Beyonder uses, any reality he warps, it's all happening inside a story that the one above all is writing. And the storyteller is always more powerful than the character.
So, after all this whole cosmic tale of retcons and revelations, what should you take away from it all? What does the Beyonder's journey really tell us?
His journey from this untouchable, almost all-powerful god to this really convoluted but fascinating character, it shows that in the world of comics, no one is too powerful to be changed by their creators. He is the ultimate example of how a story can evolve for better or for worse. The Beyonder's legacy really makes you wonder. In a world made of infinite stories, maybe the true ultimate power isn't about destroying universes, but about having the ability to rewrite them. It's something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.